Hello everyone, I'm Little McGriddle, and welcome back to Ascendant Arts. No time to explain, we're already into it. So this is what a corrupted monster looks like. Less gawking, more fighting. The monster certainly isn't going to wait for us to get our act together. It dives at Aiko, who repels it with a flash of light. I run toward it and swing my sword. Shiori joins us with a burst of fire, and she lunges for it with her daggers. It's tougher than the regular flappers. Oh. This is a corrupted flapper. Nice. It looks pretty damn cool. But not bad with all four of us working together. She's is a definite boon to our team, with quick striking attacks that don't give the monster a minute to rest. We defeat the corrupted flapper, and I let out a sigh of relief. This is just the beginning. Stay alert. As we proceed through the temple, it only gets weirder. Not only does the architecture make my head spin, but soon we pass strange carvings, artwork of endless abysses, and incomprehensible monstrosity, and arcane symbols that make my skin crawl. Wait up a minute. She walks into an alcove beneath a terrifying painting and returns with a sheet of paper in her hands. This is a note written by one of the worshippers. What? Why is it lying in a random corner? These notes are a part of the Bizal Temple raid. Most adventurers skip them to get to the rewards as quickly as possible. Many of the creepier dungeons have scattered journals and messages like this. At this point, I shouldn't be surprised. I bet there are also locked doors we have to open by solving puzzles. Yeah. Look for every note or focus on the raid. I want to look for every note. Right, the more we find, the better our chances of learning about Ascendant magic. I haven't read the notes in a long time, but it could prove useful. What does the first one say? Let's see. For 12 days, I have been researching the phenomenon known as ascendancy. Strange tremors have been felt of late, and 3 of my fellow researchers have fallen ill. Our pleas to Asceandant are go unanswered. Why has he fallen silent? We must find a way to reach him. This mythical power may be the key to our prayers. She folds up the paper and puts it in her inventory, I assume. So they wanted to use Ascendant magic to communicate with their god? That's what it sounds like. If you're finished here, we should move on. Okay. Sheesh. Calm your tits, girl. We're taking it slowly. Remember, you told us to be cautious. You can't just rush in. Once again, something tugs at my mind. What am I forgetting? I feel like I had a conversation and I never finished. I try to think my way through it, but then we reach a strange door. My thoughts grind to a halt. Shiri? Who's Shiri? Okay, well, I suppose it's supposed to say Shiori. Shiori reaches for the door handle, but she holds up her hand. It's locked. We need to find 3 medallions. I knew it! I knew there would be a puzzle door. All 3 of them look at me. Is your memory coming back? Well, it's kind of obvious. Well, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that's so cool looking! It's a corrupted whammer. Oh my god. It's so cool. Whoa. Boing, boing. The corrupted whammer bounces around us angrily and finally decides to attack Shees. She takes it out quickly before any of us can move. Well, I still feel bad about fighting these things. Even the corrupted ones are cute. Cuteness has no effect on Shees. She sheathes her daggers in an impassive expression and walks away from the door. Twisting a lamp on a nearby wall reveals a hidden passageway. We need to find the medallions. A trip through a secret passage leads us to a key, which opens a chest that contains a green jewel, which she promptly takes back out of the passage and embeds in a painting on the other side of the hall to open another secret passage. Along the way, we fight more corrupted flappers and whammers, and Shiori picks up another note. Sounds like this was written by the same researcher. Ascendancy proves elusive. Xenorath remains deaf to our cries. 5 more have fallen ill. We don't have much time left now. I only have one hope left. I will go to the sanctum and speak with the god, because I literally cannot say that name. Don't tell me they gave up on Ascendant magic and we came here for nothing. We don't know that yet. keep moving. The passage leads us to one medallion and another key, which opens a door, excuse my English, that gives us the combination to a safe, which opens a safe hidden behind that painting to give us the next medallion and a note. What is it? Listen to this. That insufferable researcher thinks ascendancy is the solution to our problems. Does he not realize that the ancient power was taken away from humanity for a reason? It is not the domain of men, but the domain of gods. If we try to make ourselves gods, we will be punished. Well, that's ominous. Sounds like the worshippers didn't all agree on what to do about their problem. Is that all it says? She's interested. That's a surprise. I expected another curt command to keep moving. Wait, there's something scribbled at the bottom here. Stark mark E5N3T2. Huh? Thank you. She continues through the temple as though the incomprehensible string of letters and numbers means something to her. We exchange glances and follow her. She stops in front of a strange sculpture of a star that changes appearance even as I look at it. East 5 steps, north 3 steps. And she taps the foot twice on the floor. A compartment in the floor slides open to reveal the final medallion. Unfortunately, it's bound in place by several black metal straps. How do we get it out? There are hidden switches on the floor. We need to press them all at once to get the final medallion. So we all need to stand on one? Not exactly. There are several switches. This might be awkward. Great. I'll stay here to grab the medallion once it's free. She crouches beside the compartment. Hayato, it's probably best if you stand on the first switch, walk toward the star sculpture until you hear it click. I obey, and when the floor clicks beneath my feet, I turn to look at her. I think I found it. Good. Shiori, you're next. Walk to your left until you hear it click. Shiori takes a few steps. Is that it? Now slide your right foot to the side until you hear another click. Alright. Now bend over and find 2 more switches with your hands. Ooh, this is getting weird. You must be joking. Aiko, you need to find the remaining switches. I have a bad feeling about this. While Shiori feels along the temple floor for hidden switches, Sheath instructs Aiko where to find the rest. She awkwardly contorts herself even as Shiori drops to her knees with a grumbled complaint about how nothing is ever easy. Ah, yep, that's interesting to look at. Okay then. I stare at them in bafflement. Shiori, you're on one of Aiko's switches. What? How? Never mind. Aiko, slide your foot forward. Okay. Hey, don't you have any respect for personal space? Would you rather it was Hayato? What's that supposed to mean? Let's get this over with. Aiko wiggles her fingers a little further along the ground. Found it! I'm on all of mine now. We wait. Nothing's happening. We should have it. Shiori, you must not be on one of your switches. Maybe she's on the one I'm missing a switch. I'm glad all of you have to do is stand here. Shiori's arms and legs tremble from the effort of holding herself in this position. Move a little to the left. Okay. Now I know the worshippers were insane. No sane person would go through all of this just to navigate a temple. I know I wouldn't. They wiggle around a little bit longer, and then at last the straps around the medallion slide away. She snatches it. Got it. Thank goodness. She collapses on the floor in relief. Okay, thank God that's over. Shiori distangles herself from Aiko and stands up. After a moment, Aiko follows. And you enjoy this raid? It's entertaining. That's one word for it. Let's go. Wait! Why? Let me see that medallion for a minute. You agreed to cooperate on our quest. Fine. She hands over the medallion. Shiori looks over it for a minute and then digs her fingernails into a groove on the side. It snaps open to reveal a piece of paper folded up inside. Oh. What? Shiori closes the medallion again and returns it to her, but she looks stunned. In all the times I've done this raid, I never noticed... What does this one say, Shiori? I think this is from the first researcher again. My trip to the sanctum was delayed by a sudden fever. As I lay shivering in bed, that terrible truth struck me. I had the sickness, just as the others did, but with it, the illness has brought a strange sense of clarity. I must go to the gods. Sick or not, he needs me. He must tell me something. Wait, did this sickness give him ascendant magic? Sounds more like it gave him delusions. I mean, really, a fever told the guy he's got an important message for him? Let's keep this going. The sanctum is beyond the door. We take the 3 medallions to the door and insert them. It opens with a rumbling sound inside. I see only blackness, as if an empty void waits on the other side. Look! On the other side of the open door, one more note is attached to the wood. This message was written in huge dark letters, a hastily scrawled message large enough for all of us to read. His madness, his voice, the endless abyss has claimed us all. Well then. I finally realized what has been bothering me. Shiori, why did the worshippers abandon the temple of Bizao? He never finished explaining. A terrible plague struck the worshippers. It afflicted them mentally as well as physically. Insane most fought each other while those remaining healthy searched desperately for a cure. At last, one of their top researchers went directly to Asceandant for help. Her gaze darts to the ominous note. What happened? He was too late. Asceandant himself had the sickness. What? That guy finally made it to the sanctum, but their god was sick? This god already sounds like some sort of insanity-inducing great old one. What happens when something like that goes insane? At least we don't have to deal with him. Unless... Please tell me corrupted Asceandant isn't the boss of this raid. Of course not. Asceandant has slumbered since the fateful day. Not even the worshippers have been able to awaken their god. Thank goodness. Or in this place, maybe I should say thank Asceandant. Ugh. We should move on and finish this raid. I wish we'd learned something else about ascendant magic. Keep those notes, they could still teach us something. I suppose. Cautiously, we follow She's past the door into the dark chamber. Ooh, that's cool. Trespassers, this will be your tomb. Oh, this guy is cool. Oh my god, he looks so cool. Eek. Now this is the boss. Get ready, everyone. I draw my sword, although I'm not sure how much good it will be against the ghost. At least I can use my defensive abilities to protect my party members. Sure enough, my sword and Sheath's daggers do only minor damage to the ghostly researcher. Shiori's magic, and especially Aiko's light-based magic, are the most effective, and we do our best to defend them. It's the most unsettling battle I've fought so far, not only because I can't fight directly. The researcher teleports around the chamber and chants in an arcane language. Sometimes he shouts ominous warnings, too. The time of doom is upon us. Not only that, but the room itself doesn't make any sense. It looks like an ordinary room, empty and pretty flat. When I walk through it, though sometimes I find myself climbing up steps that take me to the same level, or going through doorways and emerging on the other side of the room. It's enough to make me dizzy. Sheath, however, dashes from invisible door to invisible door with perfect accuracy to follow the researcher's movements. I guess that's what happens if you do this raid often enough. At last, Shiori and Aiko wear the ghost down. He fades away, but not without one last haunting cry. The prophecy is coming true! Is it now? Oh boy, what prophecy? Then he vanishes. Glad that's over. I guess we should get the rewards and head back to Lightshire to come up with a new plan. But Sheath remains silent. She stares at the spot where the ghost floated a moment ago. Is something wrong? His final words. He never said that before. Oh shit. Could it be because we found the note hidden in the medallion? Perhaps. She still looks unsettled as we head through the dark chamber to the other side where treasure's chest awaits. And on top of the largest treasure chest, another piece of paper rests. What? That was never there before. Shiori picks it up and unfolds it, and she draws in a sharp breath. I don't believe it. What? Her voice trembled as she raised the final message. Oh boy. I have seen my god stricken by illness. I have heard his words, tainted by madness. I have received his warning, clear and true, thus I shall record it. The final prophecy of Asceandant. Oh boy. Okay. She takes a deep breath and continues. The gift of the gods turns to destruction and monsters arise to destroy humankind. Born of hatred, driven by fury, they race ahead towards a black dawn. Only one can stop the Ascendant Heart, a traveler to our land sent by the gods from another world. Shiori's words hit me like a physical blow. A prophecy about a traveler from another world? It's crazy. I'd have to be arrogant to assume it means me. Maybe this sort of thing happens all the time here. And yet, oblivious to my conflict, the other three frown at the message. What does that mean? It means that if we want to stop the attacks on Lightshire, we need the help of a hero from another world. She sounds oddly calm about this. Maybe it really does happen often. Just how are we going to find someone like that? Post another notice? Okay, I can't just ignore this. If the prophecy is really about me, they need to know otherwise. They'll waste time and effort trying to find another traveler who doesn't exist. On the other hand, how can we be sure this is about the attacks on Lightshire at all? An insane researcher had a vision from an equally insane god about monsters destroying humanity? The key word is insane. It might have nothing to do with us. And for that matter, isn't the god something we should be concerned about? Mad gods don't generally lead to good things. No, they do not. What's wrong, Hayato? You look like you want to say something. Well, ask about the prophecy's relevance. Are you sure this prophecy is about Lightshire? Huh? What else could it be about? Another quest, a new dungeon, or maybe it doesn't mean anything. It was written by crazy people, after all. How rude! She's insulted on behalf of the insane cultists of doom? My point is, how do we know if it refers to our quest or not? It must. She doesn't sound certain at all. Why? I have gone through the Temple of Bizal raid many times. Never before has this prophecy appeared. And it's hard to believe a reference to the Ascendant Heart would show up coincidentally when our own clues led us toward Ascendant magic. We came here looking for a lead, and we found one. Finally, if we could assume the prophecy appeared because of the earlier note we found, the researcher also mentioned in his dying breath. He's never done that before. Wait, so that ghost guy we fought? You fought him before? Of course. She begins to speak slowly as if she thinks that will help me understand. He is the boss of this raid. Whenever a group of adventurers go on this raid, he returns to haunt the Temple of Bizal once again. But, man, talk about a raw deal in the afterlife. Not only are you dead, but you have to appear at your old temple on a regular basis to be vanquished by adventurers. On the other hand, I guess we didn't actually destroy him. We'll come back for the next raid. Where does he go in the meantime? And I thought the idea of monsters carrying around gold was weird. Hayato, are you okay? You look a little bit dazed. Just trying to wrap my mind around this. What's the matter with you? Amnesia. He gets weird like this over the most basic things. She sounds contemplative or even suspicious. Does she think I'm from another world? Should I tell them? While I'm trying to make up my mind, Aiko clears her throat. Can we leave now? Yeah, there's no point in hanging around the temple any longer, is there? Not unless you wish to go through the raid again. Well, thank you. And follow me. She leads us toward a door at the end of the chamber. I'd swear it wasn't there when we entered. But after everything that's happened, mysterious doors appearing in dungeons are the least of my concerns. Hear that? We emerge into the twisted forest. You'd think it would look a little more welcoming after we cleared the dungeon. But it is still as sinister and threatening as we arrived. Now what? I suggest we save any decision making for tomorrow. What? Why? We've been through an ordeal. It's been a long day. We all want to find answers, and that could lead us to make hasty decisions. You've got to be kidding me. You were the one in such a hurry to get here. Indeed. So? What? So, why did you suddenly change your mind? I did not. We completed the raid. And now you don't want to talk about what we learned? I wish to discuss it tomorrow once we've all had the time to think about it. Hang on. I think she's gonna disappear or something. This is ridiculous. It's a prophecy about the monster attacks, and it says we need a traveler from another world. We need to talk about that now. Tomorrow. Now! She turns a furious glare on us. Pack me up, you two! Aiko cringes and shrinks back. Hi. I'd like to think about things a little more, actually. Thank you. It's good to know I'm not the only rational one here. Rational? Why, you little... She scowls at me. What about you? Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with the other guys on this one. I hesitate. I can understand her desire for urgency, because every minute we delay lets the Dark Wolves endanger Lightshire even more. On the other hand, I could use some time to think about the prophecy. Can it possibly be about me? All three of my party members stare at me expectantly. Shiori looks impatient, She's irritated, and Aiko worried. No, man, I'm siding with Sheath and Aiko. I really need time to think everything over. Ooh, yeah, that was pretty good English. Sheath and Aiko are right. We can't afford to rush. That settles it then. It's 3 against 1. Fine then, do whatever you want. She stumps off through the trees without us. Wait! She doesn't even look back. My, someone has a temper. I hope she's not too mad. Do you think she'll be alright out there? Of course, she's a capable mage. Still, it doesn't feel good to have our party split up like this. We should get back to town. As we walk, I think about the prophecy. Could it actually refer to me? It's crazy, but in this world, maybe it makes sense. This reprieve won't last forever. I need to figure out if I should tell them or not. Hayato, are you okay? You look upset. If something's wrong, you can tell me. I won't repeat it to anyone. She glances at us and then quickens her pace. She moves ahead if she wants to give us time for a private conversation. Oh, that's so nice of you. Okay then. I feel that we can confide in Aiko, so I'm going to tell her. It's the prophecy. I know, it's a little weird to think our lives might be in the hands of the prophecy. It's more than that. I'm from another world. She stops and stares at me. Huh? When I say I'm new here, I mean more than new to Lightshire. I really do have amnesia. The few things I do remember are completely different. She continues to stare. I hope you believe me. If you say it's true, then I believe you. Thanks. So then, do you think the prophecy is about you? I don't know. It feels so arrogant to say that, but it's a pretty big coincidence otherwise. Yeah. Do you think I should tell the others? After a moment, she nods. I think if we have any hope of succeeding in our quest, we can't ignore any clues. We need to consider everything. So, you do want our quest to succeed now? I'd rather we weren't doing this at all, but if we have to, we should do it right. Failing could be even more dangerous. Good point. I'll tell the others tomorrow and see what they think. Okay. We catch up with the Sheath, who doesn't say a word. As we walk together through the dark forest, something rustles nearby. I look around for the source of the sound, but I don't see anything. Nevertheless, I hear it again. Sheath tenses and slows her steps. She must hear it too. Huh? What's wrong? Shh. She lifts a finger to her lips in warning and draws her dagger. Whoa. The noise comes again, and a little louder this time. Whatever it is, it sounds bigger than the usual monsters we faced. Despite its ability to hide in the bushes this close to the Temple of Beezal, I'm not looking forward to seeing what it is. Stay calm and take quiet steps forward. Do you know what's stalking us? She knows this area much better than we do. If this unseen monster has her concern, we better be prepared for anything. As we creep forward, I look from side to side for any movement. Yee! I jump and turn around Aiko, or rather the spot where she stood a minute ago. Aiko? Didn't I tell you to be quiet? But she... Something slithers lightning fast through the bushes and pulls Sheath out of sight before I can even see what it is. Her daggers fall to the ground. Sheath? We could really use Shiori and her magic right now. Alone, I hurry forward in the direction the attack came from. Something on the ground retracts as I step past it. A snake? I think back to the way Sheath disappeared. No, not a snake. Some sort of arm or tentacle. Well, sadly, we're not going to find out whether or not it's an arm or a tentacle right this moment, because I am going to end the video here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this game. I know I am. I absolutely love it. Go to my friend Michael's channel. There will be a link in the description down below. Go check out his channel. Go show him some support and give him some love. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like always, I will catch you all in the next video.